What's up, guys? Welcome to Pallet Jacking. What's going on, guys? TJ here with another episode of Pallet Jacking. Today I'm going to be talking about the sales that we have made in the last 30 days. I know it's been a while since we released the video, but it'd be like that sometimes. We've been really busy. We've been selling a lot of stuff. I'm going to kind of go over everything that we have sold in the last 30 days. It's going to be on eBay, Amazon, as well as Facebook Marketplace. We just started selling on Marketplace about, I don't know, a week or so ago. We've actually made some really good sales on all three. So I'm going to go over each and every item that we sold. I'm going to show a picture of whatever we sold here. It's going to be right here somewhere. And I'm going to give you all the pricing of how much we paid for it, how much we sold, and I'll also give you the total amount that we actually sold and the profit at the end of this video. So stay tuned to the end of the video to see that. So we are going to start on Amazon.com. So mine, don't mind me, I got a cheat sheet here with all of my sales. All right, so the first thing that we sold, if you watch these videos, you probably have seen these items on our unboxing videos. I think the only one that you may have not seen is the some of the Lithonia lighting that we just got on a pallet, and I'm going to be releasing that video probably right before this video, so you may not have seen that. So bear with me. All right, so the first thing that we sold was the Elegant Lighting 10-inch round table clock in crystal clear. We actually bought this light on one of the Amazon pallets that had the big brown boxes. I don't know if you remember that one, but actually each item on that pallet was actually about $7. Once we took the amount that we paid for the pallet divided by how many items were actually on the pallet, it was about $7. We sold that for $51.78. We also sold a Delta Crestfield 9-inch exposed mount assist bar. These actually sold really well. So if you get these on the pallet, don't underestimate them because they are small. These we actually sold out of all of them except two, and we actually paid about $2 for these on that pallet. We sold this for $18.95. The next item that we sold, I actually was not going to list because it's a toilet seat and it's blue, and I said nobody's going to buy a blue toilet seat online. But we paid $2 for it, and we sold it for $13.70. The next thing that we sold was the Delta Greenwich 9-inch exposed mount residential assist bar. So that's another one of those bars we paid $2 for. It was $19.92 that we sold that for. We sold a Frost King door or window draft stop seal. So this is one of the things we got on a Home Depot pallet. We probably paid maybe less than $1 for this item, but I actually listed it for the wrong price whenever I listed it on Amazon. So we sold it for $5.39 at about $1 or so loss because the shipping was about $6. So I corrected that, and since we have sold more of those, and we're profitable on that. The next thing that we sold on Amazon was a Classic Accessories Season Holiday All-Purpose Rolling Storage Bin. So this is one of the ones that we got on a Bulks pallet, Bulks, B-U-L-Q, pallets. I think for this one we paid about $30. That pallet was a little bit expensive for what was in the pallet, but it still paid off. We made $99.99 for this, and they paid for shipping, so we didn't actually lose out any money on the shipping for this item. So the next thing that we sold was a Delta Crestfield 9-inch mount bar. That's another one of those bars we paid $2 for. We actually made $19.95 for that one as well. We sold another Delta Crestfield mount bar. I told you those things sell like hotcakes. We paid $2 for it. We sold that for $19.95. The next thing that we sold was some peel and stick wallpaper. It's a jungle out there wallpaper. It had some really cool, cute monkeys that was on the wallpaper. We sold that for $23.98. We paid $2. So that's the good thing about these Home Depot pallets, is you get a lot of stuff inside of the Home Depot pallets, and you end up paying a lot less per item for those items. Now, granted, everything's not going to be in the perfect condition because it is unexpected returns, but you do generally get a lot more bang for your buck because you're only paying $200 for a pallet and you're paying about $2 per item within that pallet. So this right here was a really good buy. We paid $2 for it. We made $23.98 for this pill and stick wallpaper. We sold another Delta Greenrich 9-inch assist mount bar for $19.92. Now the price is going to fluctuate on these bars because Amazon kept suggesting that we lower the price on these. So I'm not sure exactly what the initial amount was for these items, but Home Depot actually discounted these to $24.95 because they actually had a sticker on there when we purchased these, and we actually sold them online. We were selling them for $20, and Amazon kept telling us we need to lower the price. So that's why some of the assist mountain bars the price will fluctuate just a little bit. So we also sold an IVSO keyboard case for Apple iPad Pro 11 2018. We bought this for $5. I remember it was $5 because I got this out of the $5 bin at our local liquidator store. We sold that for $35.99. We also sold two of the Lithonia 150 watt double-ended halogen lamp bronze floodlights. So we actually got this on a recent pallet. If you hadn't seen that video, I put it up here in the cards if I have released it. But we did get a bunch of lights. So we got about 60 lights. We paid $200 for the pallet. I'm not going to do the math in my head, but I'm going to say about $2, $3, maybe even $4 for each light within this pallet. So we sold two of these lights for $14.50 a piece. All right, the next thing that we sold, this is actually a Lithonia lighting wall pack. So we actually sold three of these. You ready for this? We sold three of these for $74.99. This was the very first day after we got this pallet. We paid $200 for. We sold three of these lights, and it was $225. So these three lights that we sold on day one after we purchased this pallet paid for the entire pallet. So we have all of the rest of the lights that we sell is going to actually be profit. So that's when I always encourage you, if you're thinking about getting into pallet flipping, go ahead and just try one. You know, you're not going to, even if you don't sell everything, you are going to make your money back for the most part. So we did sell three of those Lithonia lights for $74.99 a piece. The next thing that we sold was a Malco tool downspout crimper. This was a pallet that we got, a Home Depot pallet that we got a few weeks ago. I didn't think these would sell very well, but they did. $21.99 for these. We paid $2 a piece for them. We also sold to the same customer two additional ones that went to some, I guess they're drop shipping these. There was $21.99 for two of those, so that is $43-ish that we sold them at. So that is everything for Amazon. So for the last 30 days, that is a grand total of $648.43, and we sold 19 items. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see that, but that is actually a print off of our Amazon pricing sheet. All right, so now we'll move on into eBay. So eBay has kind of slowed down for us, but it is very steady. We do still get sales on eBay, but it's not as rambunctious as it was, I guess, as it was before. So the writing on this is like very, very tiny, so it's gonna bear with me. All right, so the first thing that we sold was we sold two 5-gallon siliconizer reflective roof coating. So these was actually in 5-gallon buckets. They were super heavy. They was about 60 pounds. I was super nervous about selling these because I knew that the shipping on these would probably be really expensive. We paid $2 for them because we got this on a Home Depot pallet. However, what we did with this is we actually sold it as $54.99, but calculated shipping. So that means that the buyer actually paid for the shipping for these, and it fluctuated. The first shipping was maybe $44. The second person shipping was $33. I actually still have that one in my truck that I need to drop off at the FedEx tomorrow. So we sold two of these for a grand total of $181.74. The next thing that we sold, The next thing that we sold was a Swan 8-channel 1080p HD digital video recorder security camera set. So this is one we got, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. It took me a really long time to test this, but once we listed it, the same day that I listed that item, it actually sold, and it sold for $128.34. The reason that's an odd number is because they actually paid for calculated shipping, so we cleared about $119 for this item. This was in a pallet. I believe we paid about $7 for everything. This was actually in a bulk pallet as well, the one that had the Roomba vacuum cleaners in it, if you remember that one. The next thing that we sold was a 22-ounce do-it-yourself bathroom refinish kit with slip guard in white. We sold this for $81.60. We paid $2 for it. It was on a Home Depot pallet. Probably maybe the second Home Depot pallet that we got, I believe. It may have been the first one that we actually got. But I know everything from those Home Depot pallets are generally $2 to $3 for those items. All right, the next thing that we sold was something that I actually wanted to keep, and I played with it for like a couple of weeks, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and sell it because I knew it would sell very well. It was the Vector robot. If you remember 2 or 3 videos ago, he actually did the intro for a video. So we paid $7 for this. This was on that bulks pallet that we had got. It was $79.99 that we sold this item for. The next thing that we sold was a 50 amp 240 volt non-fused metallic spa disconnect. So we got this in a Home Depot pallet as well, so it was about $2 or $3. I can't remember exactly which pallet we got it into, but I know it was a Home Depot pallet. We sold that for $79.98. The next thing that we sold was a adjustable height speaker stand. It was so I remember this one specifically. So let me tell you how much we sold it for. So we paid $2 for it because so for this one we actually paid about $5 for this item. This was in the Amazon pallet that had the really big boxes in it. I remember this one specifically because of the way I had to package it. We made $42.98 for this item, but it went to Puerto Rico, and I was trying to package it into a flat rate box because the shipping was so expensive. Oh my God, it was so expensive. And so what I ended up doing was I took it out of the original packaging that it came out of, and I put it into a flat rate box, and I was able to ship it all the way to Puerto Rico for like 19 bucks. So it really worked out well for me to do that, and we actually got a 5-star rating from that customer. The next thing that we sold was a Echo second generation smart speaker. We paid $7 for this item. We made $46.95 for this item. This is actually one that sold. Person didn't pay for it, and then we relisted it and then sold again, so that was really good for that item. The next thing that we sold was a Microsoft Xbox One S controller in white. This is actually in the last video that we made. This was a consumer electronic pallet. I didn't even calculate how much we paid for each one of those items. I'm going to say between $5 and $10 for each one of those items. We actually sold this one for $40.27. The reason it's an odd number is because they did pay for calculated shipping. The next thing that we sold was a durable ankle weight. So this is 1 pair, 1 pound ankle weight. So I don't know if you remember, we got a fitness pallet. It was one that we paid about $400 for, and we was trying to figure out how we were going to sell these items. So I figured out a way that we was going to sell them. So what we did was we took a pair of weights. So it was the 2 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound and 15 pound. I believe that was the weight classes. And what we did was we put them in flat rate boxes so that we could calculate exactly how much the shipping was no matter where it went. So with these 1 pound weights, the shipping on these are about $7. I think that's how much the flat rate shipping is. It fits in the small flat rate box. So we was able to calculate that into the price. So we actually paid about $1 to $2 for each one of these things because it was a massive pallet that we got with this. So we was actually profitable with this item. All right, the next thing is a 2.5-inch gutter cleaning accessory kit, rigid We actually paid $2 for this. This was on a Amazon, or this was on a Home Depot pallet. So I know we paid about $2 for it. It was $32.59 is how much we made for this item. The next item was a NFL remote control monster truck. We made $29 for this one. This one was kind of hit or miss. We got this on a Bucks pallet. That Bucks pallet was kind of inflated with the cost. We paid about $7 for this. We did make $29. However, the shipping was about $15, so we didn't really make a lot of money on this item. The next thing that we sold was something that I didn't think that anybody was going to buy, but they did. The full grain leather chopper mitten. So I thought these were like leather gloves, but they were actually mittens. So they come over your finger, and I didn't think that anybody was going to buy these. But somebody did the other day. They bought 3 of those. We paid less than $1 for them because we got a whole box of them. That we just said we made $2, or we paid $2 for the whole box, and there may be 20 inside of that box. So we paid less than $1 for each one of these, and we sold 3 of them for $28.57. So that was really good with that. The next thing that we sold was a white wire cabinet organizer. This is something that you put like inside of your cabinet, and it'll slide in and out like a drawer. We paid $2 for it. It was on Home Depot pallet. We actually made $27.16 for this item. The next thing that we sold was a Newport curated marble light side splash. So these side splashes are really weird. We got these in the Home Depot pallet. I didn't really know what they were, but we sold out of those. We actually had 3 of them. We sold all 3 of them. We sold these for $26.98. We paid $2 for them because it was on the Home Depot pallet. Remember that. We sold the Falcon Zero dash cam. It was actually broken. We couldn't get it to turn on. I didn't think we could sell it. We actually sold for $22.99. This was actually on a consumer electronic pallet. I think that pallet we paid maybe $5. It was the first one that we got a long time ago. We was actually able to sell that one for a little bit of a profit. The next thing that we sold was a touchscreen V12C smartwatch. We had this from the first pallet that we got of consumer electronics. We made $21.65 for it. I believe on that pallet everything was about $7, I believe is what we calculated for that pallet. We also sold from that same pallet a Motorola digital baby monitor with a 3.5-inch color screen. We sold that for $20. It was broken. It was heavily damaged. I didn't think we could sell it, but we did. The next thing that we sold was a HP number 61 color cartridge. This actually had an expiration date of March of 2018. I didn't think that people bought expired ink, but they actually do. I didn't calculate how much we paid exactly for everything within this pallet, but we did sell this for $14.61. The next thing, and we're getting close to the end, the next thing that we sold was 6 of the iPhone X, XX Max tempered glass screens. There's a whole long thing that we did with those tempered glass screens, and we actually sold these at a loss. I'll talk about that on a later video as to why we sold these at a loss, but we did sell them at a loss for a reason. The sales was $9.41, but we actually paid $21.98 to sell those $9 worth of screen protectors. The next thing that we sold was a polymer drain fitting. However, they did return that, so it's going to be a 0 for that one. And we sold some USB-C adapters. That was a flop. I can't tell you about that right now, but those were flop, and we did sell quite a few of those at a loss. So that is all of the eBay sales. So all of that totaled $953.44. So that is everything from eBay, and this is actually, I don't know if you can see that, but this is actually the screenshot from everything that we sold. All right, last but not least is Facebook Marketplace. So we actually got on Facebook Marketplace maybe a week and a half ago. So when I say a week and a half, I'm literally talking about, 13 days ago, we actually got on to Facebook Marketplace, because if you are a new seller, or if you are opening a new Facebook account, you can't get on the Facebook Marketplace for about 30 days. So we actually got the green light to get on Facebook Marketplace, and we started listing stuff on there. And I'm going to tell you our sales that we have. So the first thing was the biggest thing was the first day that we listed everything on Facebook Marketplace, we actually sold the Kid Craft Vintage Kitchen. So I don't know if you remember on the Amazon pallet where we had the big brown boxes, there was the very last thing that we actually got off the box. These boxes weighed about 50 to 60 pounds a piece. They were massive, and I knew they were going to be super expensive to sell online. So we actually listed them online, but the shipping on those was like $80 to $90 to ship them, and nobody's going to pay that because they're $90 a piece if you buy them at Target. So we listed them on Facebook Marketplace for $75 a piece. On the first day, we sold every one of them. So if we had 5 of them, we sold every one of them for $375. Not all together. We sold them to 5 different people. Actually, the last person is picking theirs up when I go to work on Monday. So we actually sold all 5 of those for $75 a piece. We made $375 on those vintage kitchens. If you remember, we paid $23 a piece for those on that Amazon pallet. The next thing that we sold was a 100 amp main circuit breaker. I'm actually meeting the lady tomorrow to sell this. We paid $2 for it because it was at a Home Depot pallet, and we sold it for $50. So the next thing and last thing that we sold on Facebook was a 1 comforter set. We got this on the Bucks pallet. We paid about $10, I believe, on this Bucks pallet, but we sold it for $25, no shipping. So we actually profited $15 on that, with a total of $450 that we actually made on Facebook sales. Now, we do have to factor in sales tax with the Facebook marketing, but that's a whole different video that I'm going to make about Facebook Marketplace, and if you are selling locally and the sales tax that you have to pay. Stay tuned for that video. So all in all together, in the last 30 days, our total sales was $2,051.87. And that is it. This is just kind of the makeshift. I wrote these up, but that's the actual amount of everything that we sold for the last 30 days. Or I was going to say for the month of October, but actually it's just over the last 30 days. From today, 30 days back, that's how much we have sold. Now, this is a really interesting thing. We are right now in Q4 of the shopping season. So people are going to be shopping. People are going to be buying Christmas gifts. And we really have to make sure that we are stocking up on our merchandise, because everything in our storage bin right now is all profit. So we got about $7,000 worth of product in our storage bin right now, and we are making sales every single day. So those are going to be future profits. We're going to get those. We are looking at getting new stuff. Actually, today we ordered a new pallet. We're going to be super excited to unbox that one, because there's something different than what we've gotten before. It's going to be like some baby stuff. It's going to be strollers and car seats and different things like that. So look forward to that video. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we release new videos. Hopefully April will join me on the next video when we are unboxing that baby pallet. I know she will. And I will see you guys on the next one.